live. I already started a tea time, but this is going to be the official tea time. So welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for clicking on this new video. Thank you so much for being here for tea time. Again, let me introduce my panel because as you guys see, I am not here alone. Guys, welcome to tea time. As you come in, hit that thumbs up for me. Share out this video because we ain't going nowhere this time, all right? So I'll start from over here this time. Guys, I have my mom here to the left of me, Miss Angie Love, Mama Love, y'all can call her. And then I have my brother over here, my little big brother, Zay Moon.
What's up, everybody? You know, Isaiah, Making Moves Moon on Instagram. Shout out to y'all. We here today.
Follow my brother, y'all. And of course, I have my decorator, my creative cousin, Onyx, or cousin with the K.
Cousin with a K?
Cousin with the K. So I have them here, guys, and today they're joining us for tea time because we have a good subject that we want to talk about, not only amongst ourselves, but also pull you guys in also. So I may open the phone lines if you guys communicating, you know what I mean? So we can hear from you guys also. So today, guys, we're talking about barriers in your life. And I know that everyone has them. No matter where you are in life, you have some type of barrier that you need to break through, that you feel like that's holding you back. So we want to talk about our individual barriers that we have in our lives. Also, we can't talk about barriers without talking about how we break through them, how we let go of them, how we see ourselves getting past them. So before we even get into the subject or anything, I would love to see who's in here. So let me see my people. Zay, you did say that you wanted to do a shout out earlier, right?
Yeah, I could do some shout outs, you know. I feel like I got a good baritone voice for y'all. So let me stop.
Okay.
But I can do that.
Hey, Nikki P. Hey, Ebony. Hey, Self Care, Health and Wellness. Greeting guests and everyone. Snuggles. What's up, Snuggles?
Snuggles.
Hey, Snuggles.
Snuggies.
Hey, Snuggles. All right, people. So maybe people will come in a little bit later. I don't even care. Whoever's here, guys, please hit that thumbs up for me. Please go ahead and share this, okay? Janique, what's up? What's up? So, guys, we're talking about barriers in life. So is there anyone on the panel that want to talk about a barrier that they know they have in life that maybe they haven't even got through yet? Something that they're still struggling with? You,
Maybe I got a question for maybe the audience and us in general. It's like, how do you recognize the barrier? You know, because me personally, you know, the barriers that I've come across, I've realized they've been present maybe in a real early stage of my life, you know, and I'm realizing how, I'll just answer the question for me personally. I feel like barriers is a sense of like something that's not really adding anything, and it's feel like it's holding you back to the next level. So that's just me personally.
Yeah, I definitely would say that is how you can recognize it. If you have something in your life that you look at and it's not necessarily helping you to become a better person or to grow you in some type of way, but more so holding you back or keeping you stagnant or just keeping you, you know, not where you want to be, that definitely is a barrier. So I like that point. You know, sometimes, like you said, we don't know what those barriers are. We think that, oh, I'm good, I'm free, I don't got nothing holding me back. When little do we know, we are our own barrier.
It's another level.
Right, it's different levels, so it's pretty deep. Let me read this comment really fast. Snuggles, see what Snuggles got to say. You would like to see y'all in the backyard cooking the grill. We want to see the family secrets when it comes to food. Snuggles is the wrong family.
I'm the chef.
What? We actually,
No,
it's in the
I'm the
refrigerator.
chef. I'm a good cook in the fam.
Right, you and then I say Aunt Felicia probably the next good cook in the family.
Yes, Aja, she can cook too.
Aja cook. Oh, shout out to you, Aja. I ain't know about those skills, but shout out to y'all.
Baby Jaja.
But Snuggles, we're gonna try to do something maybe in the kitchen cooking or whatever the case is. Guys, I know I haven't really been active with the family or Peaceful is because my family's here and I'm trying to spend that time with them. Not everything needs to be on camera or can even be on camera. So we're here today. We're doing tea time, and y'all can, you know, enjoy the conversation.
Ask us anything.
Well, we think about y'all constantly, and I hope y'all think about us.
All right, well, we got some people in here. So Ebony Davis actually has a question for you, Mom. She said it's kind of random, it's off subject, but she has a question. She said, I meant to ask, I guess from the eating thing, when we were eating the food, how was it meeting your son-in-law for the first time, Mama Love?
It was good. He's a nice person, so it wasn't he was good. He's a good person.
Honestly, I felt like you guys kind of already knew each other because even before they met each other.
Before I met him in person, I talked to him over the phone FaceTime, so
Right.
it felt like I knew him, but then when I seen him, I just seen him.
Yeah.
Technology, thank goodness, right?
Even 10 years ago.
Back in the 80s, wait, it's like, you don't even know. They're knocking on the door.
Can I
Send me a telegram. You send the pigeon
Like,
out
you
the
don't know
window
who's
with the
coming to your
note.
door.
Right.
That's funny, though.
Okay, let me see. Blanche Price, hey, what's up? I know it's off subject. Okay, Snuggles. Okay, Snuggles said, I want to start eating a lot more organic food, so I do not maintain being overweight and being a statistic for high blood pressure and diabetes and even cancer. Being healthy is a big barrier. That's so true, Snuggles. If it's something that you see that you're struggling with and you want to start eating healthy and doing different things, you already recognize that barrier, so that's good.
Right. And
So,
I'm on the same wavelength with you with that one. Because I've always struggled with my weight no matter what. I don't know why. My metabolism didn't pass down a generation to me. So I have a slow metabolism. But the best thing when it comes to overweight is just never give up. Even if you mess up and you have a relapse and you have some ice cream, like, so I'm not going to lie, I just had ice cream before I got here, before we started this whole live. But you know what? Take a walk later. You'll be like, okay, I had some ice cream, but what am I going to do next? What am I going to do to counteract the calories I just put on? You can go walk, do a quick 20-minute video on YouTube, swim, because you guys know I love to swim. You know what I'm saying? So, even if you relapse or have a mess up, just what can you do to counteract what the mess up was?
Right. And that's a good thing that you said that, because the same person said you recognize the barriers, how you get around them. So that's good. You see that we're saying that we recognize that we have these barriers. And then, like you said, when you mess up, the way to get around it is to do better. Do something to counter what you did. So there's your answer right there. That's really good. What's up, Sky Family 9? Thank you so much for being here. Wagwan, y'all. Someone asked. Right. Janique, you can ask any question. Go ahead, Janique. Go ahead. Throw it in the comments.
This is like Tiera's talk show.
Right.
And this is a feature presentation.
Someone asked, is Akira at school? She's so sweet. Yes, Akira is at school, guys. Taven's also at school.
Yeah.
They need to get picked up soon, but they're at school. Yes, they are. Happy belated birthday, Akira. Thank you. I'll let her know. How do you break barriers that surrounded you in life? Just like my cousin said, try to make up for it.
Wait, can I speak on that real quick?
Go ahead.
Because, personally, I feel that it's always us versus the environment, right? That's one of the biggest things that I've come to find out, and most of the things in the environment is out of our control. So on top of that, a lot of barriers aren't in our creation. It's just something that we kind of walk up to. You ever see like a big gate and you just walk up to it, like, I'm gonna get through this. But half the time it's really about gaining knowledge, because a lot of stuff that is new was probably already kind of back in the back end, and it's probably new to you. So a lot of stuff, it just takes more acknowledgement of the problem. I could say an example quickly, because when I moved to the city that I didn't know anyone, first thing I had to know was like, let me Google the maps, let me see where I'm at, and let me see what's this and that, just so I can have a sense of awareness, so I don't feel hopeless.
Right.
Because sometimes it feels like you're a fish in a big pond and you don't know where to start. So it's good to kind of make your little circle and then work from there.
Someone said true. So true. Hey, Carol. Say hi, Tiera. Hi, T's family. Thank you for being here, Carol. So let me see. Right now, I don't know how many thumbs up, but guys, as you come in, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me. As soon as you come in, I greatly appreciate it. We're just talking about barriers in life. And my cousin already mentioned a barrier that she has. Zay, did you mention what a barrier that you had? Talani!
Excuse me, the little fingernail dryer.
Hold on, y'all. Go ahead, Zay. Talk about
I can speak about this barrier personally. One was actually, it's kind of like, it's deep, because I feel that, like, when you go out, something always happens to you, right? So sometimes I feel like unexpected always happens to me, and I gotta prepare for the unknown. I feel like, maybe the world's attacking me, and sometimes. So I feel like the natural environment. So I'll give you an example. Before I got here, I was driving, and I hit a pothole, boom, and my car got flat, right?
Tires.
Right, my tires. And even prior to that, the battery ran out. So it feels like the more you even accept as yourself, the more obstacles that come with it. And I feel like with this, it's all about upkeep. So I don't know. I'm kind of not shy, but I don't want to share too much about obstacles, because I feel like obstacles really are man-made that come to me. and a lot of stuff I can't control. If that makes sense.
Thank you for that, Zach.
What they say?
Huh?
What the
No, they talking about other stuff.
Oh yeah, they talk about what?
Corvette said, was your cousin the one who introduced Akira to the love of water?
Yes, in fact, I saved her life. If you've seen another video, I saved her life when she was a kid in the pool.
I think you mentioned
Yeah,
that. From
I
her
saved
birthday.
Uncle's life too. I was in 3rd
Not
grade.
mine.
But who gonna save your life? So,
No, but that's a really
we
good.
all
That's
gotta
a really
save
good
ourselves.
talk,
Thank
Zach.
you. I appreciate it.
On that for real, because I think when your life is intertwined with barriers in life, it's really hard to recognize.
It
them
makes you want to
sometimes.
take a step back and not even do things
Yeah,
because you
true.
feel like there's just always madness everywhere you go.
Right.
But step one, I feel like when it comes to breaking through barriers, is knowing what your barrier is,
Right.
recognizing it, bringing it to light. Because how can you break through something if you don't know there's a problem?
Right.
You know?
That's so true. Mom, you want to add anything?
Well, I know my main one was flying. I didn't never flew before, but I was just so scared that I would never thought I would break the barrier of flying by myself.
Yeah.
So the first time I came here, I went back to Pennsylvania. I begged Tiara to catch the bus. She was like, no. So she actually brought me through the barrier. So this time I had to come by myself, and I did it. I was scared, but I did it. So I'm proud of myself.
Yeah. I'm definitely proud of her too, guys. And I wouldn't say just flying, just like you said earlier, just the thought of the unknown.
Yeah,
For you.
that's what scares me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
The
thought of the
of
unknown.
getting hurt from something.
Yeah, because you never know. Anything can happen in any situation.
Even
Right.
driving in the
Right.
car, I get panic attacks.
Right. But that's the thing that I always tell you, because you're so afraid of the unknown, you don't know how well things will turn out
Right.
because it's so
Right.
unknown. If you're going to say it's unknown and it's going to happen bad, then that's what it may happen. But if you say, okay, it's unknown, but I'm going to be positive about it, I'm going to get through it, then that what can happen also. So
Right.
my mom flew down here by herself, y'all. And y'all know she stayed with the kids when we were in Cancun, and she's flying back by herself. And when she came, we gave her balloon cars just to show her that, I see that you broke through it, and I'm proud of you. Because sometimes, like she said, I pulled her because I wasn't buying no bus ticket for her to come down here. It was going to mess up our trip anyway. So I was like, no, you flying. Sometimes you need that person to kind of push you over, but someone that understands where you are, not someone to say, oh, that's stupid to feel that way. No, I understood that my mom was afraid, but I encouraged her to do it. And look at her, she good, and she about to fly back. Brave, right?
Yep.
Of course I'm a little nervous, but I'm not scared.
Maybe take a shot.
I was
or
like,
something.
take a shot.
Yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm not scared.
Right. Hey, S class, thank you for being here. Hello, boo.
So
You want to say something?
yeah, because I'm thinking that's a good point because it's like we don't even know what we're capable of until we actually break through barriers. And it's like maybe that's what life's all about, actually understanding that there's levels to it.
I always say, never live your life in fear. Live it in caution.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Because you don't want to say just never live your life in fear because
Right.
that's unrealistic. Sometimes you have to be fearful to be cautious. You know what I mean? If you say, "Oh, I'm gonna just do whatever. I'm gonna jump off this bridge,"
Then you
without a
end
bungee
up,
cord,
in the sky, jump off the bridge.
exactly.
Right.
So it's not smart.
But just be cautious. If you know the bridge is a little shaky and you hear people say stuff about it, okay, well, the caution will move you not to cross it.
Right.
But you don't live your life in fear that if nothing's wrong with the bridge and you don't know anything's wrong,
Right.
people are like, oh, I'm too scared of bridges. You'll never get to the other side.
Right.
How you going to get to the other side?
Exactly. You're gonna be in the same spot. You
Yeah.
said that was you.
Mm-hmm.
But see, now that you're taking steps.
Right.
So I have a question. Now that you're taking steps, doing things like flying and stuff like that, does it make you want to do other things that you were just like no to before?
No, I do. I do want to do more now because I know it's all in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So now I know it's like, now I just got to pray to God and hope the best come out
Yeah.
of it.
Yo, because it's deep because
I laugh at the crowd.
you think about our human brains and why fear exists and why all this because we all captivated to grow through life and
Right.
for instance when we ancestors we have fear of a bush because there might be a lion in it, right? Or fear of falling and stuff like that but now we got technology, cars got seat belts. And it's like that fear still exists because that's our ancestors' fear, and it's really deep because our minds are really older than us ourselves, because things are passed down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes our brains could be conditioned to a certain situation or scenario that we maybe encountered when we were younger. We may not remember exactly what the situation was, but our brain remembers, and that causes us to say, for example, as a kid, you got bit by a garden snake, a harmless snake, and then you're an adult. All of a sudden, you just see a picture of a snake and you freak out, and you're like, wait, why am I freaking out?
Right.
You don't realize that something in your brain is causing you to react in that type of way. So that's also a good thing of noticing your barrier and to retrain your brain to not be fearful of something that's nothing to be fearful of.
Right. So true. Let me read 2 comments on here. So S Class, hey Sheena, she said can't give negativity any energy or focus because you can manifest things to happen negative or badly. That's true. If you think that things are going to be bad, you're manifesting that. Not only can you manifest positive things, you can also manifest negative things. Just like what I always tell you guys, self-talk means a lot. If you say I'm not this, I'm not that, then you are going to not be those things. But if you say I am this, I can do this, that is what you are. That is who you are, the things that you say. So it even goes to, manifesting things that happen to you in your life. So that's so true. Thank you for that, S Class. So true. Carol says she totally agree. And now, let me see. Remember when you guys brought the crabs and you were jumping all over, being scared of the crabs, trying to put them in the pot? Yes, that was her.
Yeah, no,
that was her.
I was scared of dinner.
Was scared, but I had to be brave.
I was scared when I was trying to put the crabs in the pot on the stove, and it got out. I was like, oh, it got out. Those things was fighting.
They wasn't trying to die.
They was tough, right? They were tough. They was like, I'm fighting for my life.
They was fighting for they were.
They were literally fighting for their life. Talani.
But they got the last laugh,
This girl. Close the door. I'm sorry, y'all. Talani is all over the place. She's turning up. Hey, Tiffany's World. Hello, everyone. That's a barrier to overcome. Well, being scared of a crab, I'm probably always going to have that barrier.
How are you scared of them? They going to try to eat them.
They have a clamp that can clamp my finger.
I felt the strength.
A barrier to overcome, but it's like you gotta be.
You better twist that little arm off.
Barriers and like, how do I say this? Like you said, cautiousness. It's like, because we don't make it based off fear. Like this whole conversation about fear is based off like recognizing it right first. And a lot of stuff we recognize is like because we ignored it from fear. Like my mom, she went to the airport because it became a necessity. But she had the power the whole time, but some things pull you to where you gotta go. But let's talk about maybe like, let's say for instance, where a barrier that you need to break through, but no one's like even is there to like pull you through it. Like it's something like a self.
You know that you have to do.
Yeah.
And I had those barriers, maybe people will look at me face on and say, oh, Tiera's good, this and that. But then inside of me, I knew that, I wouldn't say I was dying, but there were things in me that was just buried that I didn't pull out of me because I had that barrier of just the unknown, the fear of what other people might see or say about me. So I made that a barrier. That was my invisible wall. How people say you walk around with a mask, like a smiley face mask. That's a barrier right there. Not being true to yourself, not being true to the people around you. So, that was something that I had to work on with myself. It wasn't even being true to people because I was true to them, but I wasn't true to myself when it came to things. So, I had to learn how to break that barrier down. And when I broke that down, people saw the change in me and they start to have, I feel, less of that, oh, this is who Tiera is. No, this is who she is today. They see you differently when you change who you are. So when I was able to break that barrier down, people start seeing me in a different light. And it wasn't even me trying to impress them. It was me just being happy with me. So, we all have barriers no matter where we are in life. I can truly say that. I know that for a fact because we're all humans. We're all going through something, no matter how good it looks on camera, how good it looks from what you see on the outside. No one knows your true self, how you feel, what you think. So, we have those barriers. We have to recognize it and we have to figure out a way to get through them, to not dig them deep, but to bring them up and uproot them and throw them out. Yeah. It's like weeds in your garden. It's not needed.
And sometimes it's good too I know sometimes people think, oh, you go to therapy, it's something wrong with you, you're crazy. No, let's be honest. This world's imperfect. Nobody can, in their life, raise their hand and say they had a perfect childhood.
Right.
Not one person. So sometimes a lot of the things that we're fearful of or the things that hold us back is from childhood. So sometimes we have to go to therapy, and the therapist, they're trained to read our brain. We don't know
Right.
how, but they're like mind readers. Okay, they go to college for this stuff. They can uproot things that you didn't even know was an issue. They can make you realize things about yourself that you didn't even know.
Right.
So never be fearful to go to therapy to fix even the slightest thing. If you went through anything in your childhood, no matter what it was, whether you were bullied in school, bullied at home, bullied on the street, your job, it don't matter. Or if you just had self-esteem issues, if you didn't, if you weren't wealthy or whatever, your clothes
Right.
weren't up to par, no matter what it is, always seek, mental
The help.
attention.
Right.
Wow. That's so deep because because I share an example because I feel things that push you barriers is really based off pain and pleasure, right?
Mhm.
So I one time, right, I was coming late for work, right, and it was like I was based off like why am I doing this? Because it's like oversleeping or sometimes. But so my boss basically said like, yo, I'm noticing you're coming late to work and things like that. So the pain of me actually losing my job forced me to break through a barrier, right? So for instance, let's say they said, hey, if you come 5 minutes earlier, we'll give you a bonus. That would be a pleasure. But that might still not get me out of bed. But the pain of losing my job will get me out of bed. And that's a lot of things in life. We might have actually like, I don't know, I'm using an example, but for my mom, she went to take the airport. There was pleasure to go to break through that pain, and that actually made barriers. So I think even if our barriers, we recognize it, and then we should acknowledge, is it pain or pleasure that's holding me back?
Plus, I'm tired being in fear of the unknown.
Right. So
Like, I'm tired. Like, I say to myself, why are you scared? You don't even know what's going to happen.
Right.
Why are you scared to do this? You don't know. It's like, I guess some way I don't want to disappoint myself. But you disappoint yourself not even trying.
Yeah.
And I had to learn that. I had to rethink my thinking. Tell myself something different.
Right.
And not realizing fear actually is a barrier, and that's a common barrier that everyone shares. Everyone has a fear of something. It's not always easy to break through those fears, but once you do, you do. You'd be surprised like what you really can enjoy with life.
Yeah.
Like take a painting class. Like I always look, my cousin know, I swear by Groupon. Groupon has had me try so many new things I've never tried before. I've done float therapy this year. Like it's so much you can do. So don't be fearful of, oh, I don't want to go to this class. I might not paint right, or the other people might be more advanced. So what? They started out where you were. Get to where they're going. Get to that level. They had to start somewhere. They probably took their first class and drew one squiggly stick person, and now look, they can do a Picasso. But you living your life in fear of judgment of those people, or fear of not being able to be capable of doing it, will hold you back from experiencing something that can be great. And you never know what you can accomplish really can help somebody else.
Yes.
You never know what's in you that somebody else needs. So never live your life in fear. Just caution.
Right. That's so true. That's so true. And I love the point. Talani, give me this. You kicked out. Go sit on the couch and watch TV. Anywho, so I like the point that you brought up when you said that you never know what barrier that you have to fight will help someone else. Even with me doing Peaceful Ambition, I feel like, because a lot of people message me and say, where's tea time? I need something motivational, and sometimes even when I come here and try to be motivational, I'm not only talking to y'all, and I tell y'all this all the time, I'm talking to myself. I'm helping myself get through barriers. I'm helping myself encourage myself. But at the same time, while I'm doing things for myself, my tribe, my people are behind me, and I'm helping them also. So if I wasn't able to get through the barrier of me saying, you know what, I'm gonna step outside of my comfort zone. I'm gonna step outside of me just being in my head and just say encourage yourself. No, I want to encourage everybody. When I got out of the fear of being in front of the camera or whatever else, here I am helping I don't know how many people. So that's so important to know that, I might be breaking through for me, but I also may be breaking through for generations. I also may be breaking through for my children, for my family, for people to see me in a different light, and want to do better for themselves. So I think that's a really, really good thing to think about when you're doing something that, you may be hesitant about. Just think, somebody may be watching me that I don't even see. Somebody may be looking at me as their, their cheerleader, as their person that they want to be, their mentor. So that's a really good point that she brought up. Thank you for that, Amis. Would you give her some ice cream?
Yep.
Hopefully she stayed quiet.
Because it's true. It's like, what does it mean to be a part of like a winning team, right? And because sometimes you need to be a part of a colony. You know, think about ants. They can pick up stuff 3 times their body weight with help. And they
Right.
can move stuff. And it's like, I feel this peaceful ambition is the similar movement. Like you guys can cultivate each other. You can
Right.
see someone on the train with this purse. It's like, oh, because that's kind of where it could be and where it could go.
Yep. We're
Just
all
a-
the ants.
Just an acknowledgement
Building
of
an
people
empire.
who are on the same vibe, same understanding, same wavelength to break through. And it's like a promise to yourself that you made with a lot of people. Because I feel personally that the breakthrough stories is actually more important than the struggle.
True.
Because I've seen it where I've been sitting in public, or I even gave it myself, where people share a breakthrough they had, and they share it and everyone applauds. So it's good to acknowledge the victories that can happen more than the breakthrough, because that's actually, I feel, something that will pull you to the future.
Right.
Right.
Definitely agree with that. Because the journey sometimes is important, but I feel like the outcome of it, you can go through all types of stuff multiple times and not learn from it and keep on going through it. But it's not until you go actually through that journey and you come out of it. What came out of whatever the struggle that I was in, what did I learn from it? I like to quote Big Sean when he said, I don't take L's, I take lessons. You know what I mean? I'm taking L's, but they lessons. They not losses. Even if they a loss, they still a lesson because I learned something from it. You can always learn something from it. So if you feel like I'm breaking through this barrier, but I'm not doing it the right way, guess what? You're still breaking through.
Right.
You're still figuring something out. You're not staying stagnant. And that's, like you said, Zay, I appreciate that. I want Peaceful Ambition to be the domino effect. Maybe I may not reach millions at one time, but if I reach that one good person that can do something in their life, that can affect another person and just keep on going, I'm okay with that. I'm about purpose over popularity. I'm about making things count more than just doing a whole bunch, because I think that's even more better. You're touching people, you're affecting them in a way that is going to stick to them. So, yeah. Yeah.
And I like that too, like how you're saying, basically, negative situations happen, but it's all about how you view it.
Yeah.
If you view it in a negative way, you're gonna have a negative results, and your mental's gonna be negative. But if you view a negative situation in a positive way, you never know how you could see it from a different viewpoint.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of like the glass half full, half empty type deal. It could be both, but it's however you choose to view it.
Right. So
Cool.
true. So guys, I just put in the call-in number. I'm opening up the lines for you guys. If you guys want to call in, talk about any barriers that you have currently or any barriers that you were able to get through. I want to hear from you guys. I'll go ahead and paste it up here so you guys can call in. Please call in through WhatsApp only. It's only better if we do WhatsApp. Call in right now, guys. Let me read some comments. Nikki P said, my barrier is negative. I think I read this, but maybe not. My barrier is negative people. Once you going to be negative and kill my vibes, I stay far away from them. And that's good, Nikki. We don't need no negative people in our lives. We talked a couple times, and I know that with everything going on in your life, you don't need no extra drama. So I feel you on that, and I'm right there with you. When I see people, maybe even people may not be negative towards me, but if I see them being negative towards someone else, I know maybe when I turn my back, they're going to be doing the same thing to me, So those are people that I just try to stay away from, because guess what? Peace is a lot of money. No one can pay me for my peace. No one can pay me for the life that I have now. So I'm not going to do anything to mess that up. Not even a newcomer in my life, because it's not worth it. So I agree with you 1,000%, Nikki. Tiffany World said, my barrier is negative people telling me I can't do this and that. That's not a good vibe. I stay true to myself. Tiffany, I love that too, because sometimes you can have a dream or aspirations and other people won't see it. And it's not that it's a bad dream or aspiration. It's because people just don't see your vision. Sometimes you see your vision, you see the path that you want to go on, and people won't understand. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
That just means you doing something different. You doing something for yourself. And I say kudos to you that you don't listen to them.
Right.
Because there's going to be people that's even closest to you that you're going to want to listen to, that you're going to want to be hesitant about, because they said, ooh, girl, You're going to be like, should I? No, keep going. Do your thing.
Right.
That means don't tell people nothing. Just do your thing.
And when it's coming from people that's close to you, like family or whatever, don't take them always so personal, because sometimes when it comes to the, like older family members, they're set in their ways, so them trying to tell you to not do something can be just coming out of a place from love for them, from them not wanting you to be hurt in case you don't succeed.
Right.
But continue to still do it, period. Continue to do you, but just don't X them out your life if they're saying something that may come off as negative, because it really might just be coming from a place of love. But you
Right.
know your family, so you know who it's coming from and how it is.
Right, right. You just got to know how to take things sometimes with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Also, to let things roll off your back, like you said, be a duck
And
and
my-
let it roll
like-
off your back.
Like my dad used to always say, words are just words. Take what you can and throw the rest away.
I like that. Because if I can't use them, I don't want them. So,
Yeah.
bye. You
Yeah.
guys want to add anything else to it?
Yeah, actually, I want to add. Maybe I'll be the devil's advocate to this,
Okay.
because I feel people always kind of like, oh, this is a bad person, this is a bad person, but they don't really say this is a good person, this is a good person. And I feel personally, you know, it's really our perception that sees things, right? Because this person might have a bad day, but me, I'm thinking like, what if we actually turn our brightness up and all the stars that we think are people, we actually outshine all that. So they got to be on our wave, because our view is actually so like bright for them that they'll look stupid for doubting you.
So question. So you're saying like when people say, "Oh, don't do this, don't do that," if they're second guessing what you're doing, would you try to convince them that, hey, what I'm doing is good? Are you going to try to convince someone that you really love to jump on your bandwagon if they just not there? Or are you just going to say, you know what, I'm going to leave it where you are, not saying that I hate you or anything like that. I'm going to leave it where you are and I'm going to keep on doing me.
I'll say that person might be a future customer, so why would you ruin the customer? That's how I'm thinking.
So answer my question.
True.
So are you going to
What?
try to convince this person, or are you just going to say, all right, bye?
Well, I'm big on energy, so it's like, is it worth the energy to change the perception? Was you getting anything back from it?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not, then it's best to put your energy somewhere else where actually you can add more value to it.
And it's okay to say, you feel how you feel, I feel how I feel, you
Right.
respect it, I respect it, we're going to leave it like that.
It's just
Right.
good to acknowledge, like, this is how I feel, this is how you feel. But if you put someone negative, then that's a possible customer. That's a possible, someone can actually, you know.
Yeah, because they doubting
Give you
you, and then they
something.
see you actually make it, they be like, oh snap, let me
Right.
support.
Right.
Really doubting their own self-thought.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes.
Just
Yeah.
Sometimes what people put on you is really a reflection of themselves.
Yeah.
Because I catch
yeah.
myself doing that, like, oh wait, I mean, let me speak for. I can't speak for people; they gotta speak for themselves. So it's like we gotta actually catch ourselves, because we might be, you know, doing the same thing we think other people are doing.
Mhm.
Right, that's so true. And you know, I read a quote before, and it said people, what is it? Something like people stop depending on you or something when they think that they can predict your future, when they can predict the ending of your story. You know, a lot of times when people see that you have those barriers that you're not breaking down, and they may see it from the outside, oh no, she gonna stay that way because she been this way for years. You know, oh no, that's just how she is. Or don't worry about her, she don't care. You know, they're predicting what they think is going to be your story, or who they think you are going to continue to be. That's when we have to look within ourselves.
Tug of war.
Yeah, that's when we
Sure.
have to look within ourselves and say, you know what? I see that these people treat me this way because I treat myself this way, or I portray myself this way. You know, it's easy for people to do whatever because this is how they see me. So what I need to do is maybe not say, hey, don't talk to me this way and this way, that way, but first to show that I have respect for myself, and then they're going to follow suit. And if they don't, then that's when you need to put people in their place. So people see your barrier sometimes and play it against you.
Mhm.
So we have to be like, you know what?
That's good.
I may have these barriers, but you're not going to be the person that's going to be, you know, the gatekeeper,
They don't
basically.
define me, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be the person to break my barriers down, or I'm going to be the person to maybe put these barriers up because I don't have too many.
Right.
You know, so sometimes barriers can be things that we need to break down as well as
Right.
build up, as long as it's in a good way, a protective way.
Exactly.
So you know, even though we're saying break through barriers, but sometimes we need to build those barriers. Because I know for myself, y'all, just here today, and even my family being around me, they even said like, nah, you got to change. You know, there's barriers that I got to put up to teach people different ways to treat me.
Mhm.
You know, and I'm learning that. But at the same time, building walls and I'm breaking down walls. You know, so it's a process. But as long as we know that we're working on it for ourselves and not for anyone else's liking, not for anyone else's the cheer for us, you know, we're good. You know, when we're doing it for ourselves, that's when it means so much more. I believe that.
Yep.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
I believe sometimes you might not recognize your barrier, but somebody else can recognize it for you
Yeah.
and give you their little advice on it. Maybe something you don't see that they see.
Right. Right.
Sometimes when you were the one in it, you don't see it. But since I'm not, and I can sit back and say, this is not right, or he's not right, she's not right,
Mhm.
or something. And then I might put a little bug in somebody's ear, so maybe then next time they might observe that person or that thing
Yeah, especially people that you know that really do love you. You know, if they're
Mm-hmm.
coming to you and approaching you in the right way, you definitely want to listen to them because y'all know my tribe. I always say, you know, we're not doing things for people, but that doesn't mean we need to be selfish or think that we don't need people because we definitely do. We're a tribe. That means we're all in this together.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, there is no just chief. There is no leader. We are all our own leaders, but we can still be led by someone else.
Right.
You know, that is peaceful ambition. If my mom say, "Hey, Tiara, I noticed you've been this way. I know that my mom got my back. I know that she loves me, so I'm gonna listen to her rather than a stranger in the street that I really don't know that maybe just wants to criticize." But even with a stranger, I'm still gonna listen. But like my cousin said, they're just words. I'm gonna take some and I'm gonna throw some out. You know, so it's just like my brother said, it's all perception. It's all, you know, what you feel is right for you. So I think it all comes down to knowing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because no matter who or what is said to you, we have to know what's good for ourselves.
Yo, can I say
And
something?
knowing yourself, knowing who you used to be, and knowing who you really want to fully be.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because it's so crazy what y'all said. It's so true because there was a time and period where I felt like there's a lot of negative people around me, right? And I felt like it was because maybe the things they were saying, I was focused on the negative things they were saying. So I was filing down to what the negative things they're saying, which is true. But now I'm realizing the barriers to be a peacemaker, period, is to actually create a cultivation of just of plus, you know, a plus one. Because a lot of people come in the world damaged, a lot of people come in conversations damaged, a lot of people, you know, just it's damaged people everywhere.
Yeah.
So maybe the real barrier that maybe if even 1/5 of the planet do is saying, I'm going to take responsibility for how I react and see people, because I know humans are humans. So maybe it's me to be more subhuman or alien-like, to just say, you know what, I'm ready to go to Star Trek. Everyone, let's get on this spaceship and travel to Mars, you know, and let's make. It's like I'm joking, but definitely like the video up, y'all. You know,
Yeah.
we need y'all love. We need to feel y'all out there. We
And
know
do
y'all
not
out there.
be scared to go to therapy. Do not,
Mm-hmm.
because it only makes you a better wife, husband, mother,
Person,
brother,
yeah.
cousin. So it makes you better. Period.
100%.
Definitely.
And I also think be true to yourself. Don't be in denial of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be a wall. Don't be a person thinking like, oh no, I'm good. This is how it is. No. Always try to improve yourself. Critique to help, not to hurt.
Yeah.
Always. And there's nothing wrong. Like, we only live to a certain amount of years. And we're imperfect people. We're always going to need to work on something. It's just a matter of, are you really wanting to work on it? Are you really trying to be a better person for yourself, for your family? You know, that's what matters, is if you're really trying. Like some people, you ever met somebody that's just a wall, you try to tell them something, and then it just bounces back to you.
Right.
Whereas
They got
like
nothing to
it
add.
just gets nowhere. Don't
Okay,
be like
they
that.
so perfect and
Yeah,
like they don't
yeah,
need-
don't be like
yeah,
that.
like
there's
they have
always
milk and water.
room. There's
Right.
always room
Open-minded.
for improvement. Until we become perfect, there's always gonna be room for
There's a
improvement.
check
So
somewhere
always improve.
that's ready for you. A check somewhere that's ready for you to cash.
Mm-hmm.
But until you actually get out your own barrier, get out your own way, you can never do it. And that's really based on the energy we give off. Because, you know, I could speak personally quickly again about just like what it means to actually like, man, I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah.
And there's so many times where my self-talk said, nah, you can't do it. But maybe that's something actually I should have paid more attention to. It was actually telling me I could do it. So it's really crazy how many levels we can unlock that we just kind of, you know, we just need to really blame ourselves.
And you know, that's crazy that you said that, because I remember reading something and they said most of the time when you're doing something and you're self-doubting yourself, it's something that you need to do. You know, when you feel like, oh, I don't want to do this, it's something that you really need to do. And those are the things that you have to push yourself to do. And it's hard because you don't want to do it.
Right.
But at the same time, in the back of your head, you know it's something that you need to do. So you have to just jump to it. So that can also help you. That could be a barrier right there, procrastination or just laziness.
That
and
is
all
one
that
of my
stuff.
barriers.
Yeah.
I am a procrastinator, always been.
Me too.
And that's something I need to work on.
Yeah.
And have been. You know? So never be fearful, like I said, guys, because I've said to my family a million times, this has been my best summer ever. I'm down like 20 pounds because I got to a point, my barrier is, I got to a point where I was in such a stressful situation, relationship and everything, and I just gained this weight from being stressed out, working night shift, you know, just not eating good, you know, and I got to a point where I just looked in the mirror like, all right, girl, like, come on,
It's
like,
time,
and
yeah.
I'm a jokester, y'all, so don't take what I'm saying personally. I was looking at myself like, girl, you need to drop this weight. You looking like a roly-poly-oly out here, shirt not fitting, crop top not looking good nowhere, you know, and my biggest fear was going to the gym and being judged. Like, I don't like going to the gym by myself. But once you get to a point, you realize, all right, I got to do this for me, for my health, before I catch a, you know, diabetes or something, or high blood pressure, you know, and die young. Like, I have to not care about what these people at the gyms want to say and just go. And then once you go, you'd be surprised. People like come over and just say, hey, you just do it this way. Trying to help you.
Yeah.
Trying to help you. So me, my biggest fear was being judged by being big at the gym. Meanwhile, everybody else there is like giving me a round of applause that I came.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes. And not to mention, I'm not an early riser, but 5:30 in the morning at that.
That's dope.
Okay. Monday through Friday, you know, it's not fun because I don't like to wake up early. Like I said, I'm a night shift worker. I've worked night shift for 3 years, so I'm used to just going to sleep in like the next 2 hours at 5:30 in the morning. So me just continue like, all right, every day waking up, you know, you punch the air, you get mad, but you get up and you go.
Yeah.
You go. And then here you go. Months later, you get your results. You know, you get your results. And when you get your results, you feel better. Like, you know, like I'm shopping, finding cuter clothes, like feeling better. And my journey's not over. Winter's coming, so I'm really about to go harder after I go home from this vacation. But the thing is to just do it. I know Nike says all the time, like, just do it, just do it. No, when you really put it in your brain and you just do it, you just do it. And that could be a barrier for anything. Maybe you're scared of going to the dentist and your teeth is about to fall, getting sick.
Just do it.
Just do it. Yes, it might hurt, but when you're done, you look in that mirror and you smile, you got that bling bling $1 million smile, you be like, all right, I did it. Because I'll tell you guys one thing. Pain is temporary. Being on a treadmill, all that kind of stuff, you feel tired, your heart's beating on hard, you're sweating, you feel weak. Pain is temporary. When you're done, I felt better. When I get done the gym, I feel so better. I'm happy. I'm skipping in the parking lot. People looking at me like, what kind of coffee she on? Like, you just break through it. You just break through it. And pain is temporary. You're going to feel mad. You're not going to feel happy about changing. But once you finally do, you feel so much better. And you're glad that you progressed from who you used to be.
So true. I love that speech because it's everything that I will say, honestly. And it's so true. When you get up, like you said, get up and punch the air and get through it. Afterwards, you can be like, oh, I'm so happy. Look at it. 6 o'clock right now. I had a nice little workout. I did all this stuff. I achieved some things. So true. No one else are going to break your barriers but you. You know, no one's going to hold your hand and say, come on now, it's time for you to stop being afraid of swimming. Or come on now, you're at this age. It's time to start doing this for yourself. No, once you become 18, once you leave, once you have kids, once you become a grown-up, it's all on you. You can't even rely on your spouse. You can't rely on your parents. You can't rely on no one but you and ultimately God, of course. But it's all on you to take that first step. If you don't take that first step, no one's going to push you. Especially people that don't care too much for you. You know, they're going to see you there and they're going to be like, you know what I mean? Or they're going to like you being there. It's not until you see that barrier that you say, okay, like my cousin said, she looked at herself and said, I don't like how I look. So let me take the step and start doing it. So I saw... Crystal Brown says small steps make great progress. That's so true. You know, she said she didn't like it, so she started getting up. She started doing different things, start eating different. Make those steps to start changing who you are, to be that better person who you want to be. You may not see the things happen what you do now. You're not going to see it next week. You may not even see it next year. But if you're doing the right things, one day you will see the prize at the end of the tunnel. You know, if you give up, guess what? All you're going to have is where you were right there. If you keep going and keep striving, one day you may wake up and viral. I'm viral. But you never know. That's how it is with the internet. You never know what makes you viral. You never know the one word, one quote that can make you to have millions on you. Just like my cousin, you never know what that one thing can do to trigger her body to just make her metabolism kick in. So if you don't try, you won't do. If you try, you will get there.
Yes.
Y'all want to have any closing remarks before we go?
Lots of water. Lots of water. Lots of water, lots of ginger, lots of turmeric, lots of leafy greens, y'all. Now, I know nobody wants to be a vegetarian, okay, because vegetables ain't that great. But I'll tell you one thing, if you saute your vegetables, but not overly saute them where your nutrients is all gone, salt, butter, garlic, you're good. leafy greens, solid. Throw some grilled chicken up in it. It don't taste the greatest, but guess what? You're going to feel way better in a few months when you're able to climb the wall like Spider-Man, okay?
And you know what? She needs to start a YouTube channel with
Oh, God.
everything that she's talking about right now.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I
honestly.
do want to start a channel, guys, for travel. I love to travel. I want to actually come to Jamaica again next time they go.
Mhm.
They left me last time, but it's okay.
You gotta
I
watch
definitely do.
Definitely. Zay, you got any closing words?
Yeah, I want to say that, you know, something that really forced me out the bed, you know, the last couple days, the last couple weeks, is that everyone has 24 hours. Everyone shares the same 24 hours that you have, right? So, end of the day, the barrier is to see that time is actually there for you to seize, you know, like carpe diem. That's what it means, seize the day. And I really feel, you know, the more serious you are about it, the more you plan that out. You make the steps. You actually draw out your treasure map to where you want to go those goals. Because if you really do, you know, 24 hours, right? I'm trying to think. 8 times 3? What's 8 times 3? 24, I think.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
So you got 8 hours of work, 8 hours of sleep, and 8 hours to do everything else. So how you gonna chop down that 8 hours to actually get to where you gotta go?
8 hours of work, 8 hours of sleep, and 8 hours
for the average person.
Yeah.
So some people got even more, you know. So I'm just thinking like,
So you saying use
You
your
got enough time
wisely.
in the day to do something positive. Yep.
right? If you feel like, you know, I got all this, you know, like, cause I feel like my barriers, for instance, I didn't, you know that I could like try to do investing. Now I'm kind of like scared to invest because I'm like, I know the risk and I know like the rewards too. But now it's about taking, you know, the proper management. So everything to me, I'm realizing I need to break over is discipline and management.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
you know, that's what I'll say.
I like that.
And shouts out to y'all. Like the video, you know, check out Peaceful Ambition.
Yep,
I'm a salesman, you know, because these is good products. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
And it's really what it stands for.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get to that. Let Mom do her closing remarks.
I think my closing remark would be, if you start loving yourself 100%, and then you'll break down a lot of barriers, because you'll get to know what you don't like for yourself. You'll get to know what you like for yourself, and you won't let nobody walk all over you, or you won't even walk all over your own self.
Right.
So my thing is, start loving yourself and start to get to know yourself for what you like and what you don't like.
That's so true. Yeah. I love you guys. Thank y'all for being on Peaceful Ambition. Thank you to the viewers being here. Quick
We all
close-
gotta start drinking tea, guys, when we do these tea times.
We
Right.
got the tea time tea
Tea
coming
with tea.
soon.
I know.
Different
I know.
flavors. Don't worry.
Right. Before I do my closing remarks, let me read a few of these comments. Crystal Brown said, we already read that. Small says progress. Coco Brown said, this is encouraging. Crystal also said, Mom's so quiet. She quiet.
I'm a little sleepy.
She in the back in the clap.
Coco Brown also said, start a YouTube. You're great. Yes, she is
Amen.
great, guys. She needs to start. I'm trying to get on her. I'm trying to get on her.
You too kind.
Tawana, good day, T. Hey, Tawana. Love seeing you guys. Stay blessed, Wise 5 and family. Hey, Rose. So, guys, quick closing remarks for me. Y'all already hear from me, so I wanted to make sure that they said their piece. Guys, kind of everything like everyone is saying, you know, treat yourself better. Do things that you know that you need to do in life to get to where you need to go, as well as change your perspective on life. If you always see things through a fear perspective or just, you know, one-sided, try to change. Put yourself in someone else's shoes.
Do something
Put
different.
Do something different.
Something
Learn
fun.
yourself. Love yourself. Because when you love yourself and you learn yourself, can't nobody cross it.
Yep. Take
my
that
tattoo.
dancing class. Take
Right.
that painting class.
I know you
Go to the beach by yourself. Have a
Right.
picnic.
Yeah.
Right.
And a glass of wine.
Coco Brown says, take your cousin to Jamaica and your brother. I'm going to
Yes.
take them. They're going to have to pay their own way.
I want to get in that
But they
water
can come.
so bad.
They definitely need to come next time, guys, so we can all be up there having fun. We're going to have to
Mhm.
get them some yacht names. I figure something out.
Get some yard food for the young youths. You know?
Ain't charisma
Get
like
some of that. Some of that
So
jerk
tell me,
chicken.
hold on, real fast.
Cocoa
Every
rice.
time I try to talk patois, they always say I sound like Miss Chen. Tell me how my brother sounds. Say something else. Go ahead, Zay.
char.
I just want to say, I'm a big stepper. Been eating yard food from the beginning, you know, as a young youth. Now, you know, I'm growing up. As I walk around at Rome,
Minoa.
me know more.
They sound Irish to me.
Me know more than the average bear. You
My
know,
babysitter used to be Jamaican when I was younger. They used to try to teach me patois.
You know more than the average bear.
Cut. I'm just playing.
I know. I keep on saying what's a guan. They
I
always it's
love
wagwan.
Jamaican.
It's not what's a
Right,
guan.
it's not
We in
what's a
America.
I'm trying to
now.
mix it. What's up and guan? What's a guan?
No.
It's not working, y'all. Okay.
Not
But
at
nah,
all.
it's all love
Hey
for
T, hey T. Hey,
Pick up
all right.
yourselves.
Hey Chrissy, hey Candy, hey everyone. So guys, we're gonna end this vlog or end this live. They laughing at y'all right
I
now.
got it. They
T, your brother got it. Aaron, don't boost him
Buh,
up.
pick up yourself. One love.
What?
Boo.
I'm just a, you know,
Nah,
you gotta
they
go
had
to
a
the
keychain when I went to Jamaica that said Spider-Man. I thought
Really?
that was funny. Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Coco Brown said, "Hi, pay their own way, brother," with a Jamaican accent. Yeah, man, I don't know what they talking
Alright, they're
about.
like, you ain't from here? I'm like, nah, I'm visiting. They probably think I'm a spy, so I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
He's single.
I'm definitely trying to go to Jamaica, guys. My favorite food is Jamaican food. I say it all the time. It is.
T, you forgetting my birthday. Aaron, when was your birthday? Did it just pass? Your birthday's close to Akira. If it is, happy
Cake
belated,
day.
right? Happy belated or happy
Happy
birthday. Aaron is someone that supports us from the family to
Wow.
Peaceful to Dancehall Critics to Akira's Journal.
Okay.
That's cool.
Honestly, from the beginning of time, Aaron has always been there.
What's up, Aaron?
Aaron Wise.
Right.
Shouts
No,
out to
Aaron
you.
Brown. Love your brother so much. Oh, Coco Brown said they love you, Zay.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Chrissy. No, this is Chrissy. Okay, hey, Chrissy. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, people, I'm going to go ahead and end this live. I appreciate you guys being here. Hope you guys love this. I love that my family was here to do a tea time with me. We talked about breaking through barriers, recognizing barriers, just a whole bunch of stuff. So if you're just coming in, go ahead and hit that replay. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for me, share out this video, because you never know how this can help someone else. Even if it didn't help you, it might help your neighbor. So go ahead and share it out, guys. Watch me also on the Wise Family 5, also as well as Andre&Tiera's World. Look out for my baby Akira's Journal. And of course, guys, I cannot end this live without telling you guys about Peacefulambitions.com. As you see, I'm rocking a Peaceful Ambition shirt. This is my purple one. My cousin is showing you guys the scattered piece. This is the chocolate brown scattered piece. Can you turn around for me? On the back, as y'all see, if you rocking with the tribe, y'all see that Peaceful Ambition.
Remember, let your
comment on
ambition
this
be
one?
your peace.
Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, Zay.
You know,
What you
I
say?
feel like I just had like a burst from the future or something. I feel like someone can really chill on the beach with this and just read a book with the sun down, you know, and they just like they say, I'm going to the beach to change my mind. This will help you. Read something, you
Peaceful
got
Ambition.
your drink, you're on the beach. That's the right life. I wanna
That's the
live.
vibe.
That's the vibe I feel.
Yes, guys, this is the Ambitious Sis. This is the white version. You guys can go on Peaceful
Yeah,
Ambitions
beach nice.
with the S. Go ahead and check out this. This is Ambitious Sis. Great canvas bag, great everyday bag. I always preach
I love
to
it.
our moms, you know, maybe y'all can get this.
Go
I don't
get
carry
yours.
around baby bags
I got
anymore.
mine.
Exactly. So, guys, go ahead and support me. I greatly appreciate y'all. As always, let your ambition be your peace. If you know, you know. Till next time. Bye, y'all.
Peace.
Let's break through together.
Bye, mother.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye, Grandma. We love you.
Don't forget to drink water.
Drink that water. Wash your hands.
Oh, yeah.
Big up.
Big up, brother. One of those bags. Big up, brother. Give me one of those bags, please. Candy, hit up the website.